Music for you from Bury St Edmunds, and that's OBIMUGHH and UG and Sean, just the three of you, yeah? Now, if you go out and work, I mean, if you started doing gigs or whatever, what would you call yourselves? You can't call yourselves OBIMUGHH and UG and Sean, can you?
No, OBIMUGHH was originally Sean and myself.
Right.
And we used to we was like
oh, I see.
Acoustic guitar duo sort of thing.
Right.
We used to be in like old bands, you know, and then it was just left the two of us.
Oh, I see. So OBIMUGHH is two of you, whereas UG is...
And then, you know, we met up with,
yeah.
with Eugene.
Right. Okay, so, I mean, where do you go now? I mean, you're making this convincing music at home or in your brother's workshop or wherever, and, I mean, what happens to you next? You need equipment, really, don't you, to go any further?
Well, we're looking for jobs at the moment so we can save up and get sort of, like, sequences, etc.
Right.
And, like, then... Once we've got like a good setup, start gigging.
Right.
You know?
Well, that's not going to be as easy, that, though, is it? I mean, to start off from...
Hopefully it's not going to be too long before we are gigging, because we can get away with using a few tricks, like we're going to use the 4-track and just use it as a backing tape, you know.
Well, there's a lot of very,
you know?
very reputable and famous bands that do that and more, isn't there?
Yeah, you know.
Right, so what do you see, though? Where would you like to be in a year's time? What do you reckon will be happening to you in a year's time? Because obviously, presumably the music, popular music, will have moved on, and you'll have evolved a bit as well, I suppose, in that time.
Carry on experimenting.
Yeah, we always want to be creating something new, you know.
Yeah.
Originality is quite important to us.
Yes, well, I'm glad that it is too, because these days there seem to be so many bands starting out, and I get the results of their initial labours on tape to listen to and so on, and they seem to be thinking from the word go in terms of some kind of elaborate career structure, and the actual creating of original music seems to rate fairly lowly in their scheme of priorities. This third track that we're going to listen to now, what's this one then?
It's called Drugless Trips.
Right, and this is just you on your own, is it? Yeah. Right, okay. Anything you want to say about it? Anyone you want to dedicate it to?
It's going out for all the posse in Bury.
So it sounds a bit of a contradiction in terms, doesn't it? I mean, a posse in Bury, you know what I mean? Posse sounds
it's
hip.
It's just like all the friends like into hip hop, and that's like that's how we live, you know.
Right,
just living.
Okay, good. All right. And it's called again. What did you say?
Drugless Trips.
Right.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Drug Crazed Kids. Right, the first question today, which comes from Larry from London, is what is the difference in having trips and taking them? Well, here, Larry, here is an example of having them.
Oi, you put this on? I'm sorry, I can only put commercialised Kylie Wiley on. Shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. This ain't no money, mate. Just got some fresh trips to play on.